So, the first hit I wanted to talk about regarding Donald Trump, and it's a delicate subject, but I just want to go on record saying it because I believe it will come out, is that when I go into his energy, I feel inflammation. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see that he's at high risk for heart disease and diabetes. And that's because he eats garbage, right? But lately, I've been feeling a different energy. So, yes, I think he has heart disease. Yes, I think he has pre-diabetes, possibly diabetes. He's overweight. He's a senior. I mean, how much more can his pancreas take? Come on, people. But that is not what my intuition and gut is picking up on right now. My gut is now picking on this phenomenon of his makeup. Has everybody noticed that Trump's makeup is a little strange? We've talked about the fact that he has mental health and cognitive decline, as mentioned by the American Psychiatric Institutes, the Academy, etc., duty to warn, right? So his mental health is also a factor. If he had had a thorough psychiatric examination, it would have prevented him from entering the White House because of his declining mental health problems. But the other thing that started to happen is we've started to see strange makeup, this phenomenon of strange makeup. So Donald Trump at the SpaceX launch looked sick, right? So he looked sick, or he looked like something was off. And this is what I want to show people. This is the thing I'm picking up on lately, is this phenomenon of how he's been looking lately. So this was covered by other people, but I want you to see the physical. So it's this makeup. You see the makeup is even covering his lips. So either he's been forced to do his own makeup because they fired his makeup person because he's broke, which is one possibility, or what's going on here? Why does he have full pancake makeup in broad daylight on you can see Elon doesn't have any makeup on. He doesn't care. Because I think he's covering something up. I think he's covering something up.
But Trump looked really ill during his visit to Texas with Elon Musk, and many people noticing, even though he's still obese and his body is huge, his face looks gaunt, and something about what he's now doing to his skin.
Yeah, so this phenomenon happens with my patients. I can only tell you as a physician, when I'm dealing with seniors and I start to notice this pancake, in Hollywood, I see this a lot. This is what I notice in my actors who have cancer. When my clients have cancer, they start to do this. They start to because they look pale and sickly, particularly if they're undergoing chemotherapy treatments. This is the kind of effect you get with some types of leukemia, some adult leukemias. But that look, my first thought was, wow, I see that in my adult leukemia patients and my myeloma patients. They start to feel really sickly and drained. They start to have anemia, right? Those of you who are nurses and doctors, they start to have anemia. They have to have IV transfusion. They have to have blood and immunoglobulin therapies sometime, depending upon immunotherapies depending upon the type of cancer, and they start to look like that. They look sickly because it's almost like they're constantly fighting an infection, that dragged look, and then they resort to extra makeup in order to cover up the fact that they're sick. So it was interesting. I don't know what's wrong with him, but I just thought I would share that. And I don't feel the slightest bit of a moral problem sharing it because he's a public figure. He's our future president, and we have the right. In his case, we have a right to know everything, right? You're going to be our future president, and we have demanded to see your medical records and your finances. These are our rights as your employers, right? So for that reason, I thought about it today, and I thought, you know what? I think I'm right. I think there's something going on there, so I'm going to go ahead and tell the community, and let's see how it plays itself out. And that would explain to me why he's maybe not as enthusiastic as you would think he would be about winning the election, because he doesn't seem to be particularly happy about it. He doesn't seem to be happy about it. He doesn't seem to be invested in it. He got what he needed, which is to have all the charges dropped. Now he can go play golf, and he can let the people who he hired run the country and take care of himself, because he clearly doesn't look like he's doing too well.